garden. Holy moly. Holy moly. The only thing I'm missing is holy basil. I got regular basil, Thai basil. All that's missing is the holy basil. My goodness. I'm gonna get a bucket. There's a plane flying above. The plane, the plane. The plane. I was up really early this morning, up till very early this morning, and it's just, it took me a little time to wake up. Get all this stuff. Can't believe how many times Basil goes to seed. It's crazy. I think this is the third or fourth time that this basil has gone to seed. I'm leaving these little flowers. I'm gonna let them finish blooming. So I'm trying to get all the drier seed pods here. There's so many. There's so many. Gosh. I'm just gonna do it because there's so many. Just gonna do it. There's just so many. So many. So I'm not looking at the chat right now, guys. I'm in the garden. The jardin. Can you say jardin? Jardin. Jardin. The garden. Just taking it down. Taking these out. basil. Crazy basil, growing all crazy. Oh my god, I got a bucket full of seeds. I'm just gonna spread it all over the neighborhood. Basil for everybody. You get basil, you get basil, you get basil. You all get basil. Oh, what the heck, I'm feeling generous. You get double basil. uh, so, look how purple these are. That's the Thai basil. And that one grew just right out of the ground because the seeds. Here's a guy. So I can totally eat leaves. I just got some pho yesterday. Some pho soup. Pho. Some pho. And it came with Thai basil. I love Thai basil. So many. So many. You guys hear the birds? Have it even. We're even Steven here. Decent. There's a lot of dead kind of. I don't know. I think I may really trim this down and take it down. I think I may take this really down. Let's see. Let me take it down here. And just doesn't need to be that big. I think I'm going to take these down too. It's not getting enough sun anyways. Just really taking it down. There. Bottom section. Okay, let's see what do we have here. I'm gonna take this. See if I take that. I'll take this section. Just got it there. Okay. So there. Got a huge whoosh. Hi, Norm. There we go. So there's all the volunteer basil. Here's my amaranth. And there's been a worm. I found a worm in the garden. Certain on the type, but hello, Rashid. But I found it on the gypsum weed that was growing that I planted from Montezuma Castle seed harvest that I did. It grew over in that corner over there. I'll show you that here shortly. But yeah, so just trying to trim down this, getting all this, well, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Getting all this, oh, and there's a volunteer palm tree in there. Little booger, you get out of there. You get out of there. It's just grow everywhere. Okay, so I still got to get the seeds from the rear end of the Rashid says, howdy, Norma. Hey, Raymond from Rashid. Who has popped in here? John P, brother. John P, I think that's actually the good stuff she's trimming. No, it's not. It's called Thai basil. Don't even go there. It's the ficus, Roger, on moving plants. He was sort of a space soldier. Blurring now and then the video. We lost who? James Rink? I don't recall James Rink in my database. What are you, Susie, a cyborg? I'll have to look him up and see. I'm not good with names, better with faces. So I'm gonna trim some of the leaves that are back there. These, I gotta get these out. I'm gonna trim these down here. I'm just going all in. Going all in, guys. Just going all in. Just trimming it way down. This thing was, you guys got to see my lemongrass. I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm going to show you this. I got so much basil. Oh my God. I should go give the neighbors some basil. I know that they probably like cooking with it. Dang. Okay, anyways, I was trying to figure out how I could pull that out of the ground, put it in a pot, and go take it to the neighbor. Anyways, that's going bye-bye. Okay, so that looks better. And that looks better. So, there's my little basil, Thai basil bush. There's the volunteer that grew from the seeds falling. Here's my amaranth, or our amaranth. This is like an Indian blanket flower, and it grew so big. All the flowers are here. See all the flowers? I gotta like figure out how to maybe, I don't know, it's like growing weird right here. It's just growing really weird. So here's another Thai basil. You can tell that it's Thai basil because the Thai basil, the tops are purple like this, and the regular basil, the tops are white like this. The flowers are white, and the Thai basil, the flowers are purple. See that? They're purple, and they smell different too. So let's this basil has gotten out of hand. My gosh, look at that. While I was gone, so I just trimmed that down. There's my rue I planted in there from the pups that I've transplanted. That thing's a little bush now. This Thai basil is like a little, it's growing into freaking trees. Look at that. It's growing into trees. And it's kind of hogging all the sun over here. Oh, you little hogger, you're trying to hog all the sun. You gotta share that sun with your neighbors. So, yeah, I gotta trim it way down. I gotta either trim it way down or just completely pull it out, because you'll understand why it won't really make a difference. I think I may trim it way down and leave the sticks and let the new growth come out of that. What? Wow. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought I was growing blackberries in here. I saw these berries. Something's eating these berries. But this is not blackberries. It is trying to think of the name of these. That's growing kind of weird too. I'm gonna have to trim that down. Darn it, what's that called? Look at that. Look at that basil, it's all crazy. Come on, Susie. Dig into your freaking garden database. Where is it? Where's the damn word? Shoot. I knew what it was called. Anyways, so we gotta trim down this basil right here. I gotta trim it way down. Way down. Let me go, hang on a second. Get this little stem. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just gonna go trim as I go. Might as well just trim and trim next door right here, then go next door to that, next door to that. Okay, let's just get at it. Let's just get this done. Okay, so this is more Thai basil. Smells delicious. Smells delicious. Last time I was trimming this was a few trimmings ago. There was a big praying mantis on the end of basil. He was just chilling. He was chilling out. I can hear the hummingbirds. They're hanging around here. Just trying to trim this at a kind of similar height, you know, kind of like an even height. So, you know, I could probably get the hedge trimmers and do this, but are you talking up there, crazy bird? What you saying? What are you saying? I know you can speak. The starling can speak, guys. I heard like a semblance of a language. Come here. Come here. What you doing? What you doing? Kind of sounded like he was mimicking a television set. It's funny. Okay. I heard you speaking. I heard you speaking. Okay. Right. Get this done. So distracted. But in a good way. So that, oh, God, it smells so good. Just trying to cut this all down to a similar height. All right, I think that's good enough for the basil. I'm gonna find some kind of cool trellis or create a trellis for these paints. So these Indian blankets, see they're growing all twisted because they're following the sun. But these, and they're dropping a ton of seeds. They dropped a ton of seeds down there. Sweep those up and pick them up and put them wherever I want to see those, some more of those. And boom, we'll have a section where we have that color. That's how I do it. Okay, we're moving on to this monster basil right here. This is a regular basil plant. Oh my goodness, crazy. So I'm gonna cut this one way down because it's bolted big time. There's a palm tree volunteer growing it. Ugh. Palm trees, they grow everywhere. Okay. So this one, I'm gonna cut this one way down, guys. I'm just gonna cut them. You'll see why, because we have so much more of this, and I'm just gonna cut it way down. Oh, are you home early?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the goulash.
You're making the goulash today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. I'm live, babe.
What doesn't matter. Look, that tree is a tiny little tree, no?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it way down, because...
No, I mean the Christmas tree.
Oh, the Christmas tree. Yeah, I gotta fluff it out. Yeah, this one's too woody. This is really woody. This I've never seen basil get this tall, honestly. It's crazy. But I'm gonna cut it way down because that's the height that I didn't want it this tall in this section of the yard. I'm just gonna cut it down, see what happens. This is how you experiment by making your mistakes. It's just taking a lot of the sun from the neighbors, and I'm gonna cut it way down to let it sprout again. I'll let it start all over. So
If you put them in the waste, do you think they root again?
they'll root wherever we drop their seed. So
No, if we just put one of the branches in water, would it root?
oh, I don't know. I don't know if you could propagate it
Because
like
I want to
that.
give him some, because he always asks me for basil. I want to give him some in a pot for Christmas.
What kind of basil? Does he like the Thai basil? We can dig that one up.
A regular basil.
Well, there's some new little babies growing in this one. We could put them in a pot.
That's good enough.
As
That's
soon as
good
I
enough.
take this out, I guarantee you there's 1,000 seeds in that soil.
I'm
New
sure.
will grow.
I'm sure.
But there's new basil growing in here. If you want to pot it up and you can give it to him.
Shall I bring you the wheelbarrow for that?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, this guy I'm cutting it way down, guys, because it's just way too big for this section. It wasn't like this when I left. It grew into a monster. It grew into this gargantuan monster. So I'm just cutting it down as far down as I can go. Excuse me. That I think is safe enough to for it to possibly regrow. And if it doesn't regrow, then I'll know not to do that again.
First use.
Oh, I get the first use of the new wheelbarrow. Our last wheelbarrow went to wheelbarrow heaven. Went into the ethers. It's somewhere in the ethers. Anyways, I just want to cut this way down. Oh, are you kidding me? There's a Thai basil growing in here. Oh my God. The Thai basil somehow got into this planet. You little floozy! And you're screwing around over here with the regular basil I see, trying to cross-pollinate. I'm just kidding. You're not a floozy, you're just an adventurer. I'm going to cut this way down too. I don't like the way this looks. Sorry, ants, but you guys, here's a basil growing back there. That one doesn't look healthy at all. Just going to cut that down. And here's some volunteer palm trees. Now there's going to be a bunch of basils growing. What was that? And we've had a lot of mulberry volunteers growing. So that's how I'm going to leave that. I'm gonna leave it like that. So it's you know, just trimming it down. That's the rue right there. There's a few ones that perished in the back. But that's how I'm gonna leave the basil kind of like that. That's just crazy. I still forgot what that's called. Look at that basil. It's just growing like crazy. I'm gonna trim that way down too, like I did this one. The roots are very much alive, and the woody parts of the basil, they're very much alive. They're very much alive. They're still green, but they got all this old growth that they're dealing with, and they're pushing all their energy out to the seed pods and the flowers. So if it, in my mind, I think even from what I've read, you cut them way down, and then they'll start sprouting again. They'll produce more energy for new leaves. So that's pretty much what all plants do. That's pretty much how they work. So I'm just gonna get this, really trim it way down, because it's just, jeez. Oh, that's the trellis, Susie. God, this is silly. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut the trellis. Okay, that needs to stay over here. Okay, I just need to cut this way down, all this stuff. That's a lot of basil. Okay, it's just a ton of it. You could dry it too. You can get all the leaves and hang it upside down. That's what I like to do. I like to hang the herbs upside down and dry it out. Right now, just let me trim these way down. It's way too big. They're just way too big, little guy. Just like that. So my hubby wants to give one of his coworkers a piece of a fresh basil plant. He loves basil. He makes his own pesto and stuff. That's a ton of basil. Oh my God. You guys want to see how big my lemongrass got? Look at this. So when I left to the village, my lemongrass was like right about right here, this height. And now look at it. So I'll turn the camera around and show you compared to how tall I am. I'm 5'8". See how tall that is? That's just really crazy. It's huge. So you can see compared to my height. So I'm 5'8". That's how big this lemongrass is. It's like jungle. It's like a jungle size. Honey and cinnamon, dip it in, helps anything grow. Yeah, I read about that, Josie, especially when you're propagating, right? If propagating, yeah. You cut it in, and I've actually tried it with roses, and it didn't work for me, so I didn't know. Maybe I didn't do it right. But so this whole area right here, all back there is an arugula, and I spotted a avocado growing, because I did plant several avocado seeds back here, and there it is right there. So that's an avocado growing. I hope it makes it. There's some borage growing next to it. This is all arugula. And just dandelion growing in there, just a weed. And there are some other flowers, but I'm gonna clear all that out soon, and I'm gonna plant some of the wildflowers that I've harvested in my travels in this area. See if we can get them to grow. Then this is a volunteer. I don't know if that's called an ash, but I got some I got some alyssum growing in here that just kind of blew over and voluntarily planted itself in there. Well, no, I think I planted it in there. Look at all these freaking palm trees. God, my God. They're just, they take over everything. There's so much work to do in the garden, my God. Jeez. I gotta be careful. There's ants in here, there's scorpions. I gotta really be observative. It's just palm trees growing left and right. There's a ton of ants right there. And those little bastards, they're already all over my... Get off. You guys, oh God. They're just, every time we spray for ants, and I hate to do that, but I can't garden when there's like a ton, frickin' billion of them. They're the biting ones too. So, I just pulled all of this stuff, this pile, out of this planter here. It's my lemon tree. And let me show you, I'll show you, that tripled in size, had a bunch of babies. So all of that stuff was growing in that planter. Excuse me. And oh, that's a coreopsis, those yellow flowers. And then that's a miniature, like a dwarf lavender, I think. That's what that was called. Oh, that's alyssum right there. It smells really sweet. That's actually growing perfect right in there. And then there's some growing in the pot over there. There's too many ants that I got to battle with. And I hate to do that. But all of that right there is, it's going to be some more flowers. Pretty sure that's what that is. It's just growing right there by the statue. So over here is where all the alyssum was. And it got so crazy we had to pull it all out. My hubby had someone pull it out while I was away. And the catnip that was in there, I'm going to have to put something else there. And here's the rue. So I bought this rue in California when I was up there. I bought a little pot, little plant. And we bought like, I think two or three. I got one, and I believe my mother got two. Hers didn't make it. Mine made it. And God, that aloe vera is growing crazy right there. That's an aloe vera jungle. That's like twice the size. That thing's a monster. You guys are monsters. I don't know. You guys are being watered really well. So over here is the basil orchard. There's a volunteer mulberry tree, which is one of these. And I got some chilies that kind of like popped up right here. So you can see there's a little small chili right there. And probably also a cayenne, but I'm not sure. So a globe amaranth. That's what these are. They were a lot smaller when I left, but this got a ton of seeds. I just like the way that looks. Just really cool. They're usually pink, but they kind of got faded. Then all in here is another freaking basil out of control. Another mulberry tree. There's a basil growing next to the cactus. Oh, I see what you guys are doing over there. guys are all hiking up. I see what you're doing over there. So, oh, all those aloe veras are doing good. So they were pretty much shriveled up when I left to the village. Now they're all doing pretty good in those little planters. Here's the orange tree. See, look at all this basil. It's overgrown. It's like growing over onto the lawn. And then this is gypsum weed. And you can see there's a lot of leaves missing. I found this huge caterpillar worm eating. He was freaking, he like went to the buffet when he found this plant. And I was like, better this plant than my chilies over there. And there's my cat. But he was going crazy. He ate all the leaves. Like he had, this was his buffet. And when I found him, he was big and fat, and I was just kind of petting him. And I don't care if he eats this. I mean, usually those are the worms you find in your tomato garden. There's the sign of him right there. There's the sign of him right there. That's the sign that you have. Where is it? Right there. If you see this in your plants, there's a big worm there. Those are his excrements. And actually, that's great fertilizer for your plants. So, those are called worm castings. Great for your plants. Oh my God, look at that. He had a party right here. So he was over here somewhere. He probably went to build his cocoon now because he's so probably darn fat. So he's around here somewhere. So I got to be careful when I cut this down. That I don't cut him down. That I want to let him finish his growth cycle into his transition from his worm stage to the butterfly or the winged whatever. It's probably a big moth, but they're beautiful. Where is he? Where are you at? Where are you at, little guy? You still eating? God, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, he's in here somewhere. There's a lot of castings right there. I just got to sweep those all back into the soil. That's great fertilizer for your soil. I've seen some nurseries sell that. They sell that. They sell those castings in. So I got them for free. Let's see. Where's the little guy? There's some basil in there. God, there's a volunteer basil that just grew in there. All of that's basil. Oh my God, look at how tall it is. It already reached the sunlight. It's like, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Oh, that's that globe amaranth in there. It's growing next to that aloe. That's like a really big aloe. I've been trimming down, trying to stabilize it to keep it standing. Anyways, I don't see that worm, and they blend in really well because they're the same color as the leaves, and you really have to kind of look for just a big protruding long thing. He's well hidden. So I found this seeds from when I went to Montezuma Castle, and the seeds looked like this, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna grab one of those seeds. So I did, and I threw inside is a bunch of seeds like that. I don't know if you could see them. They're flat like discs, and once these things break open, they all fall out and they replant themselves. So I grabbed just one of those and put it in my pocket and brought it here, and I threw the seeds in there, and I got this huge plant. It was beautiful while I was gone, but as you can see, this thing grows crazy big. Like it flourished in there. Like I couldn't get a lot of stuff to grow in there, and this thing grew like a champ. It has these big white trumpet flowers. If you look up gypsum weed, Jimson weed, Jimsun, weed, that's what that is, and it's a wild desert plant. At first, it started growing, and I kind of got scared because it said it wasn't very pet friendly. But my cat doesn't mess with it, so as long as he knows, because he loves to eat greens, but he hasn't touched this one. I think he knows better. I think they kind of know. So anyways, that frickin' worm went crazy because this had bigger leaves. It all looked like that and like that, but that worm is having a buffet. God, I can't believe how much he ate. Where is he? Well, that's some dead growth there. I really would like to find him because I'm gonna need to trim this down. I don't want to disturb him. I would rather I'll just be careful when I start trimming because I'm gonna follow the wall and I'm gonna trim all that off and just get it back to normal again because this is crazy how it overgrew. Grew out of the planet. So, there's looks like some more coreopsis growing in there. Oh, lantana. That's what that plant is called over there. Lantana had the little berries. That's just some more flowers. That's pretty though, huh? That's a globe amaranth. That one has pretty color. The one over there is kind of faded. I might cut that way down and plant something else in there. But this, I got to deal with all this, guys. So that's pretty much the garden. Oops, excuse me, buddy. And the oranges, they're still green. So they're actually big this year. Holy cow, they're big. We're going to have some nice oranges this year. They were small last year. Look at how big they are. Let me see if I can give you a size. So this is my hand. This is my hand. I got a big hand. Look at these babies. Oh. So I believe we did put vitamins in here. We did fertilize this tree. And these are bigger than I've seen. They almost look like grapefruits. I'm so excited. They were really small last year. So yeah, so we got chili peppers growing there. And then over here, hi baby. Ow, did you just shank me? So here's a little chili pepper. So that worm ended up over here and just frickin', he probably was like, yum, 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 till he ate a frickin' chili. And then he's like, his mouth was on fire. So he like annihilated my little, this is a cayenne. This is a cayenne tree. And he annihilated my plant. Looks like he ate all the frickin' leaves. This is actually a good leaf. So if you have any kind of chili leaf, in my experience, just pull these off and throw them in your stir fry. It's like spinach. Adds a really nice flavor to your dish. And there's only a few chilies on here, but these are freaking hot. My gosh. They're just really hot. That, wherever that worm ended up, maybe he started here and ended up over there. The little guy. He's massive now. He ain't little. I was trying to find him to show you guys. Darn it. He's well hidden. He's like, maybe he's tired. He's sleeping. He's probably upside down in there somewhere. So yeah, this is the cayenne, and he wiped that out. Over here is a plant that my hubby bought me like 3 or 4 Thanksgivings ago, maybe even 5 now. And he bought it rooted in a pot, and I just put it in gave it a bigger house. And this is what it looks like. That looks nice this year. The colors are vibrant this year. And there's my other lemongrass. I think the one that's doing really well over there is because it gets more sun. That thing's a tree. It's like a tree bush. Hi, Josie. So yeah, my hubby got me these flowers one Thanksgiving, and I planted them outside, and they do really good out here in Arizona. They're just so pretty. My mullein didn't make it, but I got a ton more seeds, so I'm not worried about it. And I don't need any throat tea right now, but they don't take very long to grow. They grow in stages before they give you seeds. They start with the floret stage. He likes to eat this lemongrass. I thought that was really strange. He only eat the fresh shoots though, but he loves it. He loves the garden, little bubby. But anyways, that was mullein in there, so it didn't make it. Looks like didn't get watered. Oh well, it's okay. That's why I harvest a lot of seeds, because sometimes when you're away from your garden, it won't get cared for like the way you do it. So even as meticulous as you try to be, but that it is what it is. And you just get seeds and you plant again. So that's that. I don't remember what that's called. It looks like a daisy. It's beautiful. There's the lemongrass. That's doing a lot better when I left it last. There's some oleander right there. Oleander. So that's pretty much the garden, guys. I got mint growing over here. And I cut it down and then, let it grow and cut it down, let it grow. Those are massive, those aloe vera. So I might make some more soap and actually use some essential oils with the aloe vera soap, because we almost used up all that whole batch that I made. So I will probably be making more of that. This is, I just spread a bunch of seeds. Good job, Susie. What's this? What's this, a little? What's that? Yeah, this is just a weed. Over the fence you go. Oops, I just planted a whole dozen more in the yard. Good job, Susie. Just throw this over the fence. Okay. Oranges. This is rue. I gotta cut this down too. So, because all the seed pods, they're all try to throw it back into the pot so the seeds fall in there. Because I got a bunch of more volunteers growing right out of the rocks. Some rue. And if it grows anywhere, I'd rather it grow right back in the pot. I throw all the seeds in there. So my husband is inside preparing what he calls a goulash. We were at a restaurant recently up in Camp Verde, and he ordered something that was called goulash, and then as he's tasting it, he goes, "This is not goulash." And I'm like, "What is goulash? Just a kitchen sink soup?" No, he says. He's all no. So he's preparing one as I speak. Oh, God, I love the way rue smells. He doesn't care for the smell, but I like it. Oh, my God. Oh, I can smell your cooking. Oh, it smells like heaven. What does heaven smell like? That. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the garden, guys. I just wanted to share with you. I mentioned yesterday, so that I was going to be in the garden today. I'm going to get that palm frond down. That's going to be my new stick. That makes great sticks. You just shave off all the palms, the palm leaves, and sit it out in the sun. That's the frickin' hardest stick to I use the stick to save the bees out of the pool, so it gives me a long post, and plus it's a good weapon. It's a good mind your damn business weapon. So anyways, there's a lot of volunteers growing in here. I showed you guys everything pretty much. There's arugula growing back there, my monster lemongrass. So this gardener right here kept topping it. He kept topping it and eating it and eating it, and then that's what happened. It just blew up. I think he put his gardening skills in there, his love. So yeah, that's lantana right there. So that's what I ended up with. Is that big pile of basil, that bucket full of leaves and seeds, and also a wheelbarrow full of basil leaves. The amaranth, I might cut that down soon, just cut it completely down. I watched that thing sprout out of the ground. It's beautiful. So that's the food of the Aztecs. That's why I have it in my yard, because I'm Aztec. So I like the stuff that they used to eat way back when, and I like the color, and I want it around me. So that's why I'm growing, or I let it grow. Allowed it to continue growing. I try to have like a whole corner full of it because I wanted all the reds in that corner. But it did, and then they came to cut the trees and they killed almost all of them. So I was just pissed. So now, wherever I want this, I'll just grab a branch and go and shake it in an area where I want to see this. Because there's a ton of seeds in here. And they literally fall as you shake it. Like little tiny little minuscule seeds. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Push that like button. It helps my channel grow. If you like my content, share it out to someone who would appreciate it also. And I am Susie B. This is Susie B channel. And we do a lot of different things on this channel. I do art, gardening, adventuring, and I do music. And just cooking. Also lots of cooking. My hubby's cooking right now. He's making goulash. So anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Push that like button. I appreciate it. Helps grow my channel. And we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. My ring alert is making your dogs crazy. Sorry about that. Because I'll have to lower my volume next time. I apologize for that. I can only imagine how crazy it drives them, especially when they think someone's at the front door. I apologize. I will turn the volume down next time I go live out in the backyard. Sorry about that. So we'll see you guys later, and have a good rest of your day.